try this secret weapon to make him obsess over you. I'm gonna warn you first, this works a little bit too well. You might develop a stalker, and it is quite manipulative. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna stop responding to his text. All his text. Every single one. You're also going to stop responding to his DMs. That includes him sending you memes or just funny posts. Don't respond to any of them. You're not even going to respond to his Snapchats. I don't care if you've had a streak for 587 days, you don't respond to the Snapchat. You're then going to begin the process of opening all his messages on Instagram and Snapchat and text, allowing him to see that you've seen it and then not responding. You're then going to proceed to post on your story multiple times a day, whether it be funny memes, be yourself, going out, whatever it may be, for 7 days. After that 7 days is over, I want you to come back, message him again as if nothing happened. And when I say message him as if nothing happened, don't address it, don't talk about it, don't even make an excuse for it. Just begin the conversation exactly where it left off. And when he asks you where you've been or why you've been ignoring him, just pretend like you didn't even realize you were ignoring him. I want you to make it seem like you hadn't even realized in 7 days that you didn't message him back. You were just living your life. And watch him go crazy.
How to make a man obsessed with you. Now, if you guys have a history, it's gonna be a lot harder, and you might need some one-on-one coaching for that. Here's the key. He needs to feel like he is lucky to have you at all times. There needs to be some attraction, but you cannot get obsessed with your looks. There's a huge difference between girls we want to sleep with and a girl we want to wife. We do not want to wife the girl just because she is hot. Your independence is literally the most important thing. You cannot compromise your time, your schedule, your things for this man. Do not give up your intentions. What is the purpose of locking down a girl when you know she's obsessed with you already? Treat him like he's your ugly guy best friend. You know the energy I'm talking about. Why do you think your friend is obsessed with you? You're not putting him on a pedestal. You cannot sleep with him right away. You can't. Listen, you have no idea his intentions, his effort, his energy if you sleep with him right away. And just because you gave it up once doesn't mean you'll do it again. Do not use words to explain yourself. Always use actions. No contact and actions. Hold your dignity at any sign of disrespect. Now here's the twist. All this advice is great for finding the avoidant partner. And what I have found in my experience is that most men are truly avoidant. So I still think that there are things that you could take. But if you don't want to play games, you don't want to hide your intentions, you don't want to hold your independence, guess what? You could find a secure partner. You could find a secure man. But the only thing is he might not have the spark. He might not have all the check boxes on your list. But at least he'll give you loyalty, and at least he'll give you peace. It's your choice, sweetheart.
The more you make him suffer, the more he's gonna fall in love with you. Think of this. Why is it the mean high school bully that was always so evil and vicious to you that you desperately were craving their attention and their approval, one day hoping to be liked and accepted by them? It comes back down to our human core need of acceptance and love. So then if someone is mean to us and chooses to reject us, it triggers our core need of acceptance even more. Because our mind cannot comprehend or wrap itself around the fact that we have been rejected for simply existing. Our ego will kick in and do anything in its power to finally be accepted. So the more you reject somebody, the more you're unbothered by their presence and pretend like they don't even exist, the more they want to be recognized by you. The more you make him suffer, the more you pretend like he doesn't even exist, the more his ego will compete with itself to do anything in its power to win you over. He will do anything to prove to you that he is worthy of your love, of your time, of your recognition. How do you reject him and make him suffer? By not always jumping when he says jump. By not making it easy for him and presenting him a challenge that he needs to conquer to then win you over. Because let me tell you this, the harder it will be for him to get you, the more he will appreciate you once he landed you. In other words, ladies, know your worth, don't be a doormat, don't be easy, and make this man suffer just every now and then.
You want him obsessed with you, chasing you, pursuing you, providing for you, being an amazing man forever. Here's what the other coaches aren't telling you. You can get all the tips of being unavailable, pulling your energy back, doing all these things. But if they're not authentic, you are going to go back to your old behaviors. So you'll have him for a while and then he'll pull away and disappear. Have you had this happen? Then you're in the right place, because if you're tired of men seeming really interested and then pulling away because you're trying to use all these tips but you're not healing, then watch this video. Here's a couple of my clients that are getting married just this year, and they used the tools I'm about to give you. So first of all, if men are really interested in you and then you notice they pull away later, you are probably starting off in feminine, playful energy, but then getting anxious when you actually start having feelings for them. When that happens, you start feeling like you need to prove you're a good person, partner, etc. So you're starting to overgive and initiate and reach out. You're starting to let them know how much you like them and make them feel at peace and secure in your feelings for them. And that part is okay, honey, that last part, if they are expressing their feelings more so towards you first. If you're just going into masculine, giving them all of the security and letting them know, oh, I love you so much, I like you, I really want to spend time with you. For masculine men, they get complacent. They're very logical. They say, oh, she's happy, I've done enough. End of story. You've made them your complete focus and happiness at this point. Now, this is where those dating tips come in. People say, become less available, don't do so much, pull back, don't respond right away. And they're right, except for one thing. The reason those tips work initially is because it creates this facade that you are busy, focused on yourself, secure, healthily detached. But honey, we both know that's not how you're feeling inside. You're ripping off the leaves of a weed and leaving the root. Your old patterns, your core beliefs are just gonna grow right back. So let's fucking fix this. You have to focus on yourself, dive into everything that you love, make your life so exciting that you level up to a point where that man is just icing on the cake. He's not the entire dessert. You have to knock that man off his pedestal and focus on you. Put yourself up there where you belong. You learn to do this, and you are going to have not just him, tons of men falling at your feet. If you're struggling with all of that, make sure you book a call with my assistant or a Zoom with me, or you can just check out my trainings and my courses. They're all in my profile description. I even have an all-access pass now. It's month to month, and you can cancel anytime. I'm Lauren Sugihara, intuitive love priestess, certified relationship coach, and the big sister you know you need. Don't worry, I've got you.
You just don't want to admit to yourself that dating, attraction, and desire require a level. I'm talking head. If you want to make a man value you, be obsessed with you, I'm talking head over heels, can't get enough of you type of obsessed, watch this video, because I'm going to teach you a little secret. So many of you are going to be quick to say, that's just playing games. I don't play games. It's not a game. You just don't want to admit to yourself that dating, attraction, and desire require a level of intentionality, because it's so much easier to just sit on the sidelines and say, my dating life sucks. Men suck. People nowadays suck. Nothing worthwhile happens by accident. You make him obsessed with you by creating desire. Desire is wanting something you don't yet fully have. If you're always there, you're robbing him of wanting you. So how do you create desire? I talk about this in my book all the time. You create desire by raising the price tag of what it takes to get your attention. Get your attention and your time. It's going to take a lot more effort on his part than just the bare minimum. You don't do this by playing games or saying, I'll text him back in 3 hours. I'll just ghost him for now. You do this by setting your life up in such a way that he is not the priority. Yes, he is a priority, but you have other things on the list first. Yourself, your health, your career, your finances, your parents, your family. By default, you don't have enough time or attention to give just to him, which makes him crave it. By him not fully having it and craving it, he's going to understand that it's going to take more effort from his part than just liking your picture or texting you, hey, what are you doing? To get some of your time and your attention, he's going to have to put a lot more of himself, a lot more effort to get that from you, which in turn is going to make him appreciate it so
much more when he does get it. By nature, we just appreciate way more the things that we have to pay a higher price for. Now, I don't want you to take this information and become so unreachable that it's even hard to get a hold of you. Just live your life with a different set of priorities and do not reward the bare minimum. And if you want to learn this concept so much more in depth, I recommend my book. Very good, because I wrote it, but I have to warn you, it's a little bit on the darker side of psychology. So if you're going to read it, please be a good person.
Men fall in love through absence. Women fall in love through reassurance. So you being the good girl, always reassuring him, always making him feel comfortable, being convenient, jumping when he says jump. You are nice, you are easy, you are boring. Ladies, be smart, play dumb, and actually give him the space to come your way, chase you, and pursue you. Which I know some of you are craving for your man to chase you, but he can't even do so because you're constantly waiting on the sideline for him, reassuring him. The more you chase him, the less he's gonna chase you. Because you being nice and reassuring is not what a man needs. It's what you need, because you're a woman. You want the safety, you want the reassurance, you want his loyalty, you want his commitment. You want the constant phone calls, text messages, compliments, reassurance, I love you, you look so beautiful, all the compliments in the world. But your man needs the opposite. Men love the confusion. They're scared of commitment. They're scared of safety. They love the unpredictable. They love the mystery. They love the confusion and the chaos that a woman presents. When you're so needy and desperate and kind and loyal and reassuring, you're not actually giving him the psychological space to crave you, to miss you, and for him to actually think about you and come chase you. He needs space and absence to actually fall in love with you, to crave you. Don't always answer the phone. Don't always reply back instantly. Don't always giggle about his not so funny jokes. Do not always be available. Only have certain days or hours during the week where you're able to see him or go on date nights with him. And please don't always reaffirm to him how amazing he is, how handsome he is, how amazing he looks, how amazing he smells, how much you love him. Leave him scratching his head as to where he stands with you. And trust me, that man is gonna chase you. Men fall in love.
That pain, that means you make him feel a little jealous. That means you pull away.
The one emotion that men need to feel in order to fall in love with you is pain. If a guy does not feel pain, he will not fall in love with you. And that means pain of losing you. That means pain of you leaving him.
You create that pain, that means you make him feel a little jealous. That means you pull away and you don't text him that much as often. That means you cancel on a date. That means you disappear for a whole day. That means you don't respond for a whole day and then apologize because you had to work. The point is that you make him fear losing you, and that kind of pain will make him come back. It's like breaking up with him and then coming back. That kind of stuff makes him fall in love with you.
Big sister dating tip, girls, if you want to drive a guy crazy and low-key make him obsessed, here's what you do. But you didn't hear it from me. Every time you're talking to him, just end the conversation abruptly and say, I gotta go. You're texting, he's like, hey, how's your day? Yeah, it's good, da da da, I did this, I did that. Oh, sorry, something just came up, I gotta go. You're on the phone, he's like, hey, how's it going? Oh yeah, it's good, how are you? Is it? Oh, sorry, something just came up, I gotta go. He's gonna think you're booked and busy and that you're just that girl and you don't have time for him, and he's gonna want you. But again, you didn't hear it from me.
Simple things, and I guarantee you, he's not gonna think about anybody else but you. He's gonna be so obsessed with you. Guaranteed. Listen up, ladies. Number one, ladies, understand that making him feel like no other woman can ever make him feel but you is a top tier thing, all right? A lot of times it has nothing to do with looks. It's about how you make him feel. You know, do you make him feel confident? You know what I mean? Do you see him for who he is, all right, as a man in his true masculinity? Number two, admire him, all right? Admire him in the things that he's really good at. That goes a long way. When you admire him in the things that he's good at, he'll keep going, he'll keep pushing himself. You motivate him just by that. And number three, make him feel like his take or opinion is valued in the relationship. All right, asking him questions like, babe, I really want your opinion on this. What do you think about this? Like, that shows that you actually care. You care about his input in the relationship. That goes a long way. Trust me, that makes a man really obsessed with you. Like and share for part 2.